Alright. Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Late Night Rant. In this episode I would like to address the battle between hardware and software and where my position in that battle is. Let's get right into it. My story as a musician is that I started as a guitar player, played in a bunch of blues bands back in high school, and then I became fascinated with trip hop and intelligent drum and bass. So I was listening to a lot of Ninja Tune and a lot of good looking records, and I wanted to start exploring the world of electronic music. First as a guitar player. So obviously my first encounters were with software instruments, Fruity Loops first and then Reason. I remember when I first saw Reason, it really blew my mind, but at that time I had no idea that those are actually emulations of hardware instruments because I was not familiar with the electronic music world at the time. And then when I started exploring electronic music more and more, I found out that hardware really suits my workflow much better. So what are the differences in my opinion? When it comes to software, I can't argue with the fact that it's much more flexible. You can do much more and you have much more control over the entire process. And I have a lot of friends who are making amazing music using only software. You can check out my good friend Rue in here. His albums, which are mostly made using software, sound amazing, and he's just a great artist. But my problems were that I hated using presets. Browsing through presets really killed my creativity, and building sounds from scratch using keyboard and mouse was really tedious and kind of counter-creative, if you know what I mean. I was aware of different devices such as Ableton Push or Machine, but I never really got into that workflow. So I was looking for a solution that would make my creative process quicker, more intuitive, and more fun. And fun was also important because, we spent so much time on the computer that I really wanted to get out of the box, stop looking at those screens, and just work with physical instruments. So for me, the main advantage of hardware is that I have quick access to create a sound from scratch. So I can just take the init sound and tweak it quickly and efficiently and have an interesting sounding instrument right off the bat. And also I found that, with the workflow, I have much more motivation to work and to create and to have fun with music than I had when I was working on a computer. Will I ever get back to software only recording? There's a possibility, because I don't know if you saw the video, I'm going to link it in the description, the video presenting the Behringer DeepMind 12 and augmented reality or like VR controls. And it's just amazing. So I think once we really have this technology of a virtual studio down so that you can wear glasses and special gloves and just sit in your chair and arrange your studio any way you want, I think that's going to be the time that I switch back to software, because then I'll be able to have my instruments set out and connected completely independently of my space restrictions or even of the physical cables, which gather dust and are a pain to plug and unplug and so on. So once we have this VR setting for music making, I think I'll just sell all my hardware and get right back into the box. Alright, so those are my thoughts on hardware versus software. Let me know in the comments what's your preferred environment to work in. Make sure to subscribe for more tutorials and more gems. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great night and take care.